Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. For as long as the career of Alen Babic lasts, it's going to be a lot of fun because today being 21st of May 2022, on the undercard of Boatsi versus Richards, Alen Babic went the distance for the first time. It was a 10-round decision over Adam Balski of Poland and Savage. Alen Babic, the Savage, he picked up the WBC silver Bridgerweight championship, whatever the fuck that is. He is fighting in the Bridgerweight division, which only the WBC recognise, having fought at heavyweight previously. And it's just as well that he's kind of fighting in his own division, because Babic is really no more than a cruiserweight, really, maybe a big cruiserweight. 6'1". As you know, he's from Croatia and he only fights one way, like a big Croatian warrior. He gets stuck in, he throws enormous hooks. Not bad with the uppercut, but there were, even though this was his toughest fight to date, he'd never been beyond 6 before, but he was in against an extremely durable, ambitious Polish fella, Adam Balski, who had only been beaten once before. And that was a unanimous decision over 10 rounds against Mateusz Masternak. And he came to win. He came to win. This Adam Balski came to win. And you know what? The opening bell goes. Out comes Babic like a bloody lunatic. And within the first 20 seconds, he's on the floor. Because a left hook from Balski clipped Babic behind the ear. He obviously wasn't warmed up. Neither of them were. Babic's legs froze. He sat down. It was a genuine knockdown. Babic sort of waved, no, it was a knockdown. Come on, man. So he starts the fight with a 10-8 rounders, Mr. Balski from Poland. Unheralded, but yeah, he's there to win. He's there to win. Second round, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. No big deal. But clearly, Balski wanted to box. He wanted to stick the jab. He wanted to counter punch. That seems to be his natural style. I don't think I'd seen him fight Masternak. I've never seen him fight anyone else before, but that seemed to be his natural style. Babic wading in as usual. Balski popping him. But the thing is, if you're going to draw someone's sting, you've got to make them fight at a pace that they don't like. Otherwise, they'll fight all night because they can pick their punches. And after the second round, Balski slipped into that mode of hanging on the ropes, and it was more a case of damage limitation rather than inflicting the damage. And Babic began in the third round to settle into his own rhythm. He was picking his own punches. He wasn't hurting Balski at any point. I don't think there was any point in the whole fight where Balski was really shaken badly. And the Polish guy showed a lot of fortitude, a good chin. Yeah, he brought something to the table, but he wasn't doing enough. He wasn't being proactive enough. He wasn't forcing the pace. He wasn't punching between Babic's assaults. He wasn't using the jab enough. He was hanging on the ropes way too much. When he jabbed and moved, he had a lot of success. But anyway, he was giving the rounds away, and I'm thinking, go on, let it all hang out, man. What's wrong with you? You've been the distance 10 rounds with Masternak, so. And Babic has never been beyond 6 before, so why aren't you doing more? Why aren't you making Babic use up more energy? Not that Babic needs much encouraging in that department. He uses up huge gulps of energy himself. But the rounds were ticking by, and I had, after 8 rounds, I had Babic ahead, despite that knockdown in the first round. Then in the 9th round, again, more of the same. Balski was having little pockets of success, but generally speaking, Babic was outworking him and was on the front foot and was being the instigator of the exchanges and was keeping Balski in his box. And right at the end of the 9th round, the bell goes, and a split, not even half a second after the bell hadn't stopped ringing, Balski lands a straight right hand that clocks Babic, and Babic is out on his feet. I mean, there's no doubt he's swaying around. He's like drunkenness. He didn't know where he was. Another 10, 15 seconds and he'd have been on the floor. Or maybe another 5 seconds. He'd have been on the floor. But goes back to, he's actually more or less close to his corner, which was just as well, because they'd have probably had to carry him back to his corner. Sit him down. He's got that vacant look on his face. kind of like Kid Galahad, you know, between rounds when he got floored by Kiko Martinez. But at the start of the 10th round, the final round, the referee takes a point off Balski, which I don't think was very fair. I don't think that's fair at all. I think that it was. I don't think Balski threw a legal punch, not a deliberately illegal punch. It was in the flow of the moment, so to speak. But Balski had a point taken off him. So now he really needs a knockout. But Babic is still hurt. Babic is staggering. And Balski tears after him. And then after 20 seconds, he starts to box. Why are you boxing? Go after the guy. Kill or be killed. You know, take a leaf out of Babic's book. And Babic was staggering, and he was very, very stiff, very stiff-legged, not throwing many punches. But after, like I say, 20, 30 seconds, Balski starts moving and jabbing and jabbing and jabbing. I don't know whether he was trying to draw Savage onto a big right hand again, maybe, but either way, you got a guy hurt. It's the last round. You need a knockout. You've got to pour all over him like sauce over spaghetti, and that wasn't happening. And I definitely thought Balski won the round, but it was kind of an opportunity missed, really. And I had this fight with the point taken off Balski and the 10-8 in the first round for Balski. I had this fight 96-92 in favour of Alen Babic, 10-rounder. Like I say, Babic won that WBC trinket, gets him ranked in the Bridgerweight division, but putting him in with Oscar Rivas, well, Rivas will kill him. I mean, unless Babic really pours it on for 2 rounds and somehow ambushes Rivas, Rivas is going to beat the living tar out of Babic. Babic, for a long time, a lot of us have said he's an accident waiting to happen. He's still an accident waiting to happen. Although, in the second half of this fight, and bearing in mind this is the first time Babic has been beyond 6 rounds, he did show some sort of nous, some sort of... He was picking his punches well, but the problem is that he didn't have anything coming back at him. Balski was all about covering up, was all about almost survival mode at times. You know, he was kind of forced to throw punches. Babic was forcing Balski to throw punches. When Babic wasn't throwing punches, neither was Balski. That's completely the wrong tactic if you're trying to wear an aggressive guy out. An aggressive guy will, you know, your Aaron Pryors, your Nigel Benns, they'll fight all night long if you let them fight at their own pace because they're well conditioned. You know, the moment Babic stopped punching, Balski should have been whacking him, hitting him with the jab, you know, counter punching, doing something, doing anything, even touching him, just making him think. But there's no doubt that I think the mental pressure, as much as the physical pressure that Alen Babic put on Balski, was what put him in his box and contained him. And as a result, Babic picks up the win and moves on. But he's got to be carefully matched. Even at Bridgerweight, he's got to be carefully matched because he's such a wild and massively exciting, but such a wild fighter. And I emphasise the word fighter, not boxer. But yeah, good fight though. I mean, this guy's entertaining, you know, and maybe a rematch, Adam Balski and Babic too. Yeah, maybe not. Why not? I think that'd be a pretty good fight. Anyway, I watched that fight. Did you watch it? If so, leave your comments below. Thank you for your time as always. Hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as usual, thanks for your time, and we will speak again sometime soon. Bye for now.